your church, your business and personal productivity, it's not hard to double a church. Just do it God's way, and then as you do, God will bless you. Equip them, send them out, and watch what happens. So, by equipping your congregation to do the work of ministry, leading them to immerse themselves in truly life-changing biblical courses, and developing 10% of your adult members into the community with different Bible School on Wheels courses, you can expect Jesus Christ to build your church. Well, let's go to the next session. I've been waiting for this, and it is to unpack those 10 tools in the Bible School on Wheels program.
Hello friend, thank you so much for watching these training sessions. I hope you're enjoying Bruce's encouragement in this session to follow all of the Great Commission, including teaching Christ's commands for life change. It is why Bruce and I and the rest of the Teach Every Nation team are so excited about what is inside of these amazing boxes. I hope you've noticed each of our Bible School on Wheels curriculum sets has its own distinctive color, including all future releases. So let's dive in and just see how we can use these amazing tools of the Bible School on Wheels, which we call for short BSOW. One of the first items you will find in the BSOW kit is the Dean Training Booklet. Very important, because you as the Dean are the key person in our movement. So this training booklet accompanies the training video that was specifically made for you and that you're currently watching. Use the two tools to learn about and lead your Bible School on Wheels program. The second piece in our Bible School on Wheels box is a beautiful plaque. Just look at this. We encourage you to place this plaque in a prominent location somewhere in your church facility or the place that you use where you bring people together. And congratulations again for your decision to join this global movement called Teach Every Nation by becoming an official 10 Training Center. Be sure to announce the grand opening of your 10 Training Center to your congregation one of these Sunday mornings and unveil this beautiful plaque. Share your vision for providing all types of biblical teaching and training so your church can continue to grow in spiritual life, in service, and very important to us, size as well. And help lead your church in a prayer of dedication and start encouraging everyone to become a 10 student. So each BSOW box contains 10 of these beautiful full-color super books for your students who want to get involved in 10 training. And listed on the back of each book are the 10 courses for each Bible School on Wheels. Each super book contains the 5 core course workbooks, packed with session notes, with graphs, with charts, with illustrations, and then stimulating interactive discussion questions after each session to guide everyone to apply the truth that they just learned so that they experience lasting life change. The Superbook contains 5 opening chapters to guide your students through understanding everything that they need to know about the Bible School on Wheels program. Now, the fourth tool of your Bible School on Wheels box is the core course videos and the course record book. 10 deans and students that are registered can access our core course videos and the core course workbook, the handouts, the PDFs, either from the digital media in the directory or through a download and streaming from the 10courses.org website. These courses are foundational and strategic to the program and are required to receive your certificate of achievement. Use these courses in your 10 Training Center to equip the students to do the work of ministry and then encourage them to take the courses into their homes, their businesses, their schools, and their community centers. As a student uses a course, you want to keep track of the teaching activity of your 10 Center. That's why we've included the handy course record book, an easy-to-use tool which includes a schedule log for each of the 10 courses, a chart to help you determine your BSOW team, and steps to help you launch and plan your launch event. The next tool is the 5 elective course videos and the accompanying workbook handout PDFs. Each of the Bible School on Wheels curriculum set has 5 core courses taught by Dr. Bruce Wilkinson, and then we have 5 electives by outstanding international faculty members. Now, we want you to know that we have decided to use the 5 core courses for a certificate because it applies really to all Christian leaders, people that want to be equipped for service. Some of the electives, though, are specific courses for specific ministries and people that have a specific interest. So you can access the elective course videos from the 10courses.org website. You can download these courses to your computer, stream them directly from the webpage, or share them with other pastors. You can also access the elective courses videos from your digital media. The workbook handout PDFs are also downloadable from the 10courses.org website. Once downloaded, you can save them to your device to view or print. You may also access these PDFs from the electives directory on your digital media. Tool 6 is the launch event video. We want you to launch the Bible School on Wheels at your center in a major way. The special day begins with showing of the launch event video, which consists of inspiring video clips, session 1 of the featured course, and a call to action. When the launch video is complete, we encourage you to hand out the launch brochures. The brochure shows an overview of each one of the 10 courses in that kit and a form on the back to order more superbooks. Our goal with the launch event is to kick off your training center and promote sales of the superbook. After the Bible School on Wheels launch event, announce when and where the next session of the featured core video will be taught. Some deans show one session of the featured courses each week. Others teach the remaining sessions in one day, having a big event at the church where they can share food, fellowship, and worship. Friends, all of the BSOW core courses have additional print and video materials to help you publicize, promote, and facilitate your classes. These items are course specific and can either be downloaded from the 10courses.org website or found in the course materials directory of the digital media that you got in the Bible School on Wheels kit. The Leader's Guide is a practical how-to resource that tells the exact steps to prepare, set up, teach, and engage your students for successful BSOW course events. The post-session questions from the video and workbooks are also in the Leader's Guide. And we've included some ideas for following up with your class after the teaching event. Also included in the materials for each course are the course title graphics. These stylized and colorful graphics can be used in your own customized outreach materials via social media, email, or print. We designed a special feature into 4 of the promotional print items. For example, let's look at the flyer. Flyers include a core course description and a brief biography on Bruce. Note the customizable area at the bottom where you can add descriptive text about your upcoming BSOW events, the dates, the times, the location. You can print the document and handwrite the information, or you can open the document using any PDF reader or editor. Click into the highlighted area at the bottom left-hand side of the page and type in your event information. This text field allows for a rich text formatting, allowing you to customize the font setting. Print a completed form or save an edited copy to your desktop. Changes will not save to the original file, so you can use the file later for other events. The other 3 items with the text editable fields are expertly designed and colorful posters that are sure to attract attention to your event. Bulletin inserts with eye-catching write-ups for your church bulletin with course-related graphics. And then lastly, attractive print ads for advertising in your town's local paper or trade publication. We've also included PowerPoint backgrounds specific to each core course. Use these graphics to create printouts containing your event information or review slides for cell or small groups. Now you're going to love this. Each course, for both core and elective courses, includes a short dynamic video with upbeat music and content highlights.
The church has bought a huge lie from the enemy, that marketing isn't of God.
We encourage you to use this video to promote and build excitement for Bible School on Wheels course events. One thing I want to make sure you look for are the downloadable free gifts you can access from the 10courses.org website. The free gifts are inspirational posters and social media memes to inspire and promote your ministry. You can also use these gifts and downloads to encourage your congregation as they work through the courses. Some you can print to hang in your church, your home, or your workplace. The next tool in our Bible School on Wheels are the...
Before we even started talking, they have that motivation to equip and edify their church more thoroughly, and who desire to advance with a greater number of their members involved in the second part. They want to have mobilization. They want to send them out into the community, but they didn't really have a tool to do it. But now with Bible School on Wheels, they can conduct the 10 Bible courses in their homes, their schools, the community centers. And for those pastors, thirdly, who have a desire for even more, not just motivation, not just mobilization, but they really want to go further. They want to go into multiplication. Not only rapidly growing their own church, not only starting new churches, but even starting another 10 training center somewhere in their nation or another nation. Therefore, as you're going to soon see, the Bible School on Wheels program has every tool you can imagine. We tried to think, well, what else could they use? What else would they like? How could this help this kind of situation? How could we give every single tool? It's like a big kit of tools, and you might not use them all, but you're going to use a lot of them. And the more that you use, the more you're going to be able to do. So that's what we did. We imagined and developed the most advanced set of tools we could. And what you're going to do is you're going to find that this sets you free to not only do what you've never thought you could do before, but mobilize many people in your church. But first, we need to break one of the most damaging and limiting strongholds in the church today. So let's take a look at, just quickly, 2 more passages in the Bible before we take a look at the goals that we have for you in the Bible School on Wheels program. So the first part is we're going to deal with a timetable for all Christians to teach. Is there really a timetable? I want to explore that real quickly with you in a passage that, another one of those key passages that governs Teach Every Nation. And it's well known. It's called the Great Commission of Jesus in Matthew chapter 28. So let's take a look at it. It's known as the Great Commission because it is what Christ wanted his followers to do right before he left and ascended back into heaven. It says, and Jesus came and spoke to the people that were his disciples, saying, all authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Now that I have that authority, not only in heaven but on earth, I want you to do something. Go, therefore, go. I want you to be proactively going, and I want you to make disciples of all the nations. That's why we named our movement Teach Every Nation, just because of this is what he said to go do. Whether or not we can is really up to him, but we're going to give our whole heart to try and do it. And while we're going and making disciples of everybody, baptizing them in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, here's the word I want you to see. Teaching. Teaching what group of people? All the nations. Everybody. Teaching them what? Not teaching them the content. Boy, this is such an important point. It doesn't say teach them the truth I taught you, but teach them to observe or to obey or to do. The point of teaching is the life change. It's not that you know the content, although that's important. Teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. That's the content we're supposed to teach. We call that the Bible today. And he then adds this on, I'm with you always, until the end. I'm with you in this. And I'm especially with you in this when you do what I want you to do. Now, whether or not you've ever realized this or before, this passage, although it seems to have a lot of commands in it, only has one. Did you know that? You wouldn't know that unless you could find out from somebody who knew Greek, because as you know, this was written in Greek. The only command in the Great Commission is this: make disciples of everybody, everywhere. How? You got to go get them, got to meet them, got to lead them to Christ and baptize them. But how do they become disciples? That's how they become a disciple. You have to teach them the content in such a way that they do it. How do you make a disciple? You teach them so they obey the content. That's the basis. Now here's the question I want you to deal with. Does that include just the pastor and the teacher and the evangelist? Does that include everybody in the church? Well, what's the truth about this? Well, let's go on to the next part of this. Is there a timetable for Christians to teach others? Hebrews chapter 5 is one of the most shocking verses to the average person, even for the people who've read through the Bible. They've missed this one. Look at this verse, Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12. For though by this time, what? Yep, by this time, by now. In other words, you became a Christian. By this time, by now, yeah, but what am I supposed to do by now? You ought to be teachers. He's talking to all Christians here. For though by this time, you ought to be teachers. Which means the people had passed the time they were supposed to be involved in teaching. By this time, you ought to be teachers, but instead, you need someone else to teach. Teacher, I can't teach. Who am I to teach? Well, then the Great Commission really isn't the Great Commission for everybody. It's just for the pastors to teach. It's not, is it? It's everybody. Well, what stops a person from obeying the Great Commission is they don't realize it's for them. That's why when we bring the courses as tools for you, anybody in your church can take any one of those courses into their home, invite some friends in, watch the video, and then lead in a discussion, and they can be involved in teaching. But this says there's a timetable for every single Christian. And you can be late. You can be late, and if you're late, do you know what this verse teaches? It teaches if you pass the time you're supposed to be teaching, you're going to go backwards. You're going to go backwards? Yep. You just don't stop, you go backwards. By this time, you ought to be teachers, but you need someone to teach you again, which means I got to go back and learn some things I already learned, but then forgot. And I got to go back and learn the first things. I got to start almost all over again. The oracles are the scriptural passages. And you've come to need, look at this, you've come to need milk. You don't teach you again the basic principles. You need milk. You're not supposed to need milk. You already got milk. Now you're getting to understand why churches plateau, why churches decline. Because only a handful of people are the ones who are teaching. And that's not God's will. What is God's will? That the whole church gets involved. They don't have to become a person who knows a lot. They can take one of those courses, the one that they really like the most, and they can go take it into the community. They could do it in a neighbor's house. They could, I don't know. A lot of people do it in their businesses at lunchtime. Maybe go to a community center. Maybe find some small church that's really struggling and they bring a course over and say, how would you like to do this for your people? Now you understand. Go back to your big job description for a minute, my friend. Ephesians chapter 4. Welcome. Welcome back to welcome back. Welcome.